So I'm going to go ahead and press record, and I'm just going to share the screen for a couple minutes. Hey, if you guys wouldn't mind, there's a little button that you can mute yourself. If you are able to do that way, there's not a whole background noise, that would be awesome. Okay, let me see here. All right, can you guys see this?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. All right, so thank you guys for getting on. We are starting a fresh new month, and let me mute a couple people there. All right, we are starting a fresh new month, and I'm really excited for everyone. I feel like last month was a little bit hard. I had a call with my mentor from corporate today, and we were talking about the same exact thing, and he was like, everyone said how difficult May is, but on a good note, every year we actually looked back at the previous years, and every year May has been a little bit difficult. And I don't know if it's just people are getting ready for the summer and school is going to be out and they just have other priorities, or they're just letting go of their New Year's resolutions. I don't know what it is, but on a good note, June usually looks pretty good. So that should give us a little bit of momentum and excitement for this month because you have a clean slate. I hope that you guys are going to set some big goals for yourself and kick some major butt. First, I do want to go ahead and go over some shout outs because we had coaches that rocked it, and I just want to give you guys a shout out for that because, like I said, I know this month wasn't easy, but you still made it happen. So we're going to go ahead and start with the top producers. Alicia Smith is at the very top at 626. Marie Fry is following right behind at 600. We have Cheryl Isola at 600. Erica Sisson at 555. Maya Miller at 435. Lauren Penrose at 426. Misty Valentine at 405. By the way, Misty is 37 weeks pregnant and still chugging along. Holly Whitworth at 405. Stephanie Quigley at 405. Diane Kraus at 375. Briar Willis at 367. Vanessa McLaughlin at 361. Sarah, you got all your girls on here. Kayla Mays at 360. Ashley Kane at 345. Amy Lewis at 327. Heather Rotz at 315, Michael Gowan at 300, and Marianne Neal at 300. Way to go. There's a lot of high numbers up there. And we have a lot of rank advancements. Now, we actually have more than what's on here, but it was hard for me to see everyone right whenever I was doing these. So I do want to just add a couple coaches on here. But we have Jen Rogan at Emerald. We have Megan Evans at Emerald. We have Jackie. I'm probably going to not say your name right, but I'm going to say it starts with an M. At Emerald, Francesca Yockey at Emerald, Amanda Dufresne at Emerald, Kelly Way at Emerald, Brandy Skurback at Emerald, Megan Lentz at Emerald, and we have Beth Bird is our newest official 3-star diamond coach. So way to go, guys. Congratulations for taking another stepping stone. A lot of you guys is your very first rank in your business, and I'm sure more to go. So congratulations. All right, next I want to give a big shout out to everyone at Success Club. We have Success Club 10, and again, with this, I did a little comment in Forever Fit earlier that the Success Club points are all messed up with Team Beachbody. They are aware of it, and they are working on fixing it. So some of these numbers might not be right, and if they are not right, I apologize. But I'm going to shout out who I know is at Success Club that's showing in the back office. So Reagan Long at 20. Holy crap, girlfriend. Mary Carolyn Combs at 16. Maria Paletta Shreve at 14. Jess Brennan at 13. Ali Sinisi at 12. Tiffany Zollinger at 12. Stephanie Plumley at 11. Beth Bird at 11. Kaylee Hirth at 10. Michael Gowan at 10. Jade Emhoff at 10. Melissa Chavez at 10. And Megan Blinka at 10. And then Success Club 5 and above, we have Erica Sisson at 9. Brianne Schaefer at 9. Kayla Mays at 9. Ashley Frieda at 9. Barb Hammerschmidt at 8. Diane Kraus at 8. Briar Willis at 8. Holly Whitworth at 8, Melissa Bueller at 8, Sarah Griffith at 7, Danielle McConnell at 7, Jackie, oh, there's your last name again. I'm going to get it right one day. Massanunger? I think I just tore that apart. At 6, Janine Podlinski at 6, Heather Balker at 6, Amy Latimer at 6, Stacia Hubbs at 6, Stephanie Laudermilch at 6. You guys got to make your last names easier for me. Come on, guys. Maya Miller at 6, Alicia Smith at 6, Lauren Basti at 6, Joy Smith at 6, Ashley Roberts at 6, Lauren Penrose at 6, Vanessa McLaughlin at 6, Erin Trail at 6, Michaela Mueller at 6, Caitlin Hawley at 5, Gia Ramos at 5, Jennifer Rogan at 5, Michelle Krill at 5, Stacy Piazza at 5, and Kelly Waite at 5. That's a pretty good amount of people at Success Club. Congratulations, guys. Way to go. Now, every single one of you that hit this past month, I want to see all of your names on there this month plus more. And to get ourselves there, we have some awesome June promotions that I'm really excited about. Everyone gets excited when we see these on sale. 21 Day Fix and 21 Day Fix Extreme Challenge packs are $140, and the Kickstart that includes a 3-day refresh is on sale for $180. And if you need information on that, FAQs 4519. And let's see here. Summit 2016. It is coming very, very soon, and I'm going to keep talking about it on every call. If you are not registered, please get registered because we are way past due on that. Dream Team is having a meet and greet on Thursday the 28th at Tequila Cowboy. She will be posting information on getting a ticket. Make sure you book that. And then if you didn't get to listen to the surge yet that I posted this morning, the top 100 SE earners in June are going to get a live workout with Autumn, and it's going to be at a honky tonk, and that's going to be pretty darn awesome. So if that is something that you want to do and you want to shoot for, it would be a great incentive to push for. And then you can get pictures and talk about it on social media and get everyone jealous around you. All right, so on top of getting ready for the month, like I said, I mentioned the surge. If you haven't listened to that, please make sure that you do, because the surges are what? We have 2 a year, Sarah, 2 a year? I think so. But it's awesome. Corporate has this for us to get a little bit of training, to come to talk about new information, promotions coming out, and just to get us really pumped for the next step in our business. So make sure that you listen to that if you can. Hopefully you can, and you will. You'll make it a priority because this is your business and you want to grow, and this is the kind of stuff that you want to do. Also, please take advantage of the calls that we have. This is just a great opportunity for you to keep getting new information and continue growing. We have the National Wake Up Call every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Calls are always recorded and placed in the back office. Also, I put them on the team website. We have the Dream Team calls every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I know sometimes that can be hard if someone's working or you have another call, which is completely fine, but you do have recordings for that. Again, I post those every week on the Forever Fit team website. And then we have our calls every Thursday, Forever Fit's calls at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And again, I also record those and I post them on the team page and on the team website. So take advantage of these calls. They will help you tons. Even if it's something that you've heard before, don't think that it will hurt you to hear it again, because it's all about repetition. The more you hear something and you're going to ingrain it in your head, the more likely you're going to do it and take action, and it's going to benefit you. And you can teach this along with your team. All right. Setting new goals for the month. I know I started to talk about that a little bit. Just a couple goals that I set for myself that I think maybe you guys can take into consideration. Not saying that you need to have the goals that I have, but these are just things that I do for myself to keep myself accountable. And when I have my goals, I actually write them down. I write them on my whiteboard, but I also write them on this awesome thing behind me here. Sarah, you're up on there. So some of my goals, Success Club, I make it non-negotiable. This is something that if you are trying to grow a business and you want to be successful, this is, the starting point to be successful. If you are not hitting Success Club, you're not growing and you're not helping people. And if you're a coach, usually one of the reasons we're here is to help people. And if you don't want to help people, you're not going to be successful. I don't want to sound mean when I say that, but you should want to help people. That's why we're here. If it's just a financial goal, that's not going to be good enough, because our business is revolved around challenge groups and checking in and helping them with their health and fitness goals. So that is your benchmark for your business, Success Club 5 or 10, depending on how far you want to go in your business and how fast you want to go in your business. For me, Success Club 10 is non-negotiable. I do shoot for higher goals, and you know what? I don't always make them. Last month, I did not make my goal of Success Club 20. I had 13, and that was one of the lowest numbers I've had in a really long time, and I was really upset about it. But you know what? I'm not going to beat myself down. I'm setting new goals, and I'm going to continue chugging along and doing the daily activities that I need to do to reach my goal. Another is setting a goal for recruiting coaches. So yes, our business is revolved around helping others and running our challenge groups, but growing a successful, stable business, long-term income with residual, this is building a team. So you want to have working coaches who want to help people too and who want to join you on this journey. So not only do you want to be posting about the challenge group opportunity, but talk about how coaching has helped you. Talk about how it's changing your life and how it's given you freedom, stability, helping your family, helping with paying groceries or a car payment, whatever it may be. Set a goal for recruiting coaches, working coaches too. And then set a date for your challenge groups, because if you don't have a challenge group date, then it's going to be hard to recruit anyone because you don't have anything to give. You need to be sure that you're adding value, and how you add value is helping them in a group. Next is setting a goal for talking to your upline coach. Your upline coach is not going to chase you. They are not your babysitter. Hopefully they are reaching out to you though, but it's not always up to them to say, hey, let's have a team call this date. It is up to you to reach out to them and say, hey, I want to have a team call, or I want to have a one-on-one call. This is what I have available. And then you two can talk amongst each other and figure something out that will work. And also setting a call with a success club or a success partner. If you don't have anyone that you're talking to in the business that's on your level, it is always nice to find someone that you can talk to and that can motivate you and you motivate them back. You don't have to only talk to your upline coach. When I'm saying this, I don't say stop talking to your upline and only talk to a success partner, but the more people you have to talk to, the more it's going to help you build that momentum, and the more ideas you get, it's just going to help you further along in your business. And then please be sure that you are setting personal fitness goals every month, because if you are not doing that and sharing your journey and sharing what this is doing for you, it's going to be hard for people to relate and want to join you, because they don't see the results that you're getting. So have personal fitness goals and talk about it and share your story on social media. Others will relate to you and they're going to say, hey, I want to do what you're doing because it looks like you're getting great results. It looks like you're happy with what you're doing. It looks like you have energy and you're feeling good. So do not be afraid to talk about that as you have goals for yourself, because you are a challenger yourself. All right, and the last thing I just wanted to talk about here real quick that I talk about every week is our Diamond Retreat that we have coming up September 14th through the 18th in Destin, Florida. This is for Diamond coaches and above. So if you are still working towards Diamond, you are included in this. So you will be getting an invitation once you rank advanced to Diamond, and you are at least a team builder. For my coaches, you must be a team leader if you have been a coach before 2016. So this is totally doable for anyone who is wanting to go. It's going to be a great retreat. We're going to have training. More so our team, we're just going to spend time together and get to know each other a little bit more, but we will have training with corporate, with Melanie Mitro, who is a top coach in the company, and a lot of her elite coaches as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, does anyone have any questions? Nope. All right. So I am going to introduce you guys to Sarah Griffith. She's actually going to be talking on our call today. And Sarah is a mommy of an amazing little boy, Carter. I don't know if you guys see pictures of him, But he is like one of the cutest kids in the world. Now I have boys too, so I can't say he's actually the cutest, but he's right up there with my kids. And she has an amazing husband who has been so extremely supportive. And I think he's coming on our diamond retreat, and he may be our hostess. So it will be really fun to meet him. But Sarah is she is a dean of students at Penn State. She's had an amazing journey. She's been with us for 2 years, and she is retiring from her career at the age of 29 because she has been so successful in her journey. And she is a star diamond coach, but she has a lot of diamonds on her team. Just the placement has messed us up with what we're able to say with what rank she is. So I don't even like to say a rank because she is a rock star diamond coach, and she has great things coming to her and her business. Her team is just incredible. They're just like her. They're very outgoing and fun, and they have changed a lot of lives. But Sarah is she's amazing. And I'm excited for her to talk with you guys about what she has done as a new coach wrong and help you guys fix that before it happens to you. And if you are doing it, it's time to change it. This is something that we've all done as a new coach. So I think it's really great for you guys to hear that. It doesn't matter if you're a new coach or you've been in the business for a while. If you're making these mistakes that she's going to be talking about, don't get upset or fret about it. Like, this is why you're on the call, because you're here to learn and fix those before, you continue doing it and people don't come to you. So I hope that you guys have your pen and paper and you can take notes. And Sarah, if you are ready, you can take it away.
I'm ready. Thank you for that intro. That was really sweet. The success that I've had has not been, I didn't learn this myself. I learned it from Deidre. So those of you who are on tonight and Deidre's your coach, you're really lucky. You're learning from a fabulous leader. So that's why I'm where I am, is because of her help. So take her help, take her suggestions, and just go with it. And you can have the same thing. So anyways, here's what I want to know. Before I start with what I'm talking about, I would love it if in the chat section, if you guys can just type how long you've been a coach. Like, I want to see how new you are. So as Deidre said, I'm into year 3. It was 2 years in March. So that's where I'm at. Okay, so we've got a 1-monther going on 9. Yeah, this is fun for me. I like to see. I'm actually really pumped about the newbies, the ones who are like 1, 2, 3 months in. This is great. Good. Okay, let's see. A week. Oh my gosh. Wow. And you're on a team call. I love it. Love it. Love it. Good. Okay. All right. So a lot of newbies, which is great. And I want to set the stage for, congratulations, 7 months today. Awesome. I want to set the stage for how I came about tonight's topic and where it stemmed from. And so I'll tell you a little secret. I made a blog post and I titled it, "I'm sorry for what I said when I was new." And I wrote it about what Beachbody coaches do wrong. But here's the thing. I actually wasn't writing about Beachbody coaches. I was writing about somebody very close to me that decided to become a rep for a different MLM. And she was terrible, and she still continues to be terrible. And she's doing things that really make me want to unfollow her. And I can't unfollow her because she's someone that I'm really close with. And so I gave her some advice on, like, don't do this in your business. But it became very blaring to me, like, oh my goodness, we do this. I do this. I did this when I was new. Deidre, yeah. Anyways, but I was doing those things, but I saw her doing it. And then I started to pay attention to new coaches who were new. A lot of times whenever I go somewhere, so like whenever I speak at an event, I'll get a ton of friend requests from coaches. I actually don't accept them. I know that sounds silly, but I don't accept them because I want to keep my actual personal Facebook for clients. So I can send them to my like page, but I used to accept them. And I would see a lot of brand new coaches, and I would see their posts and I would think, oh, these are bad. These are clogging my news feed. So I would unfollow them. And I know some of you on the call do the same thing. You unfollow the Beachbody coaches. And if you don't, I would recommend it, because one thing that starts to happen is you do start to compare. If you follow a bunch of coaches, you become like this cookie cutter Beachbody coach and you try to be like everyone else. So my first and foremost advice would be, this isn't part of the theme, but it would be to stop following everyone else and just be you. Be like absolutely unapologetically you. Deidre and I, she's my upline, but I am not like Deidre. Like, we do not post, our pictures are not the same. Like, our whole life is really different. We get along really well, but I'm not trying to be Deidre. And if I were, everybody would say, that's not Sarah. That's a fake. And if Deidre were trying to do the same thing, everybody can spy it. So don't try to be like your upline or your success partner or the people on your team. Just be you. So anyways, so after I had this conversation with my person that I'm close with, I wrote a blog post about it because she just wasn't getting the hint. And I thought, well, maybe if I put it out there for her, she'll see it. I don't know if she saw it or not. I don't think she did, because she didn't change. And so then this past week, I made a video about it. I was like, maybe she'll watch the video. And so I think she got the point, because I've noticed her posts have changed a little bit. But what happened is the video kind of got popular, and so did the blog post. That's one of my most pinned posts on Pinterest. I see every day I probably get, 20 to 40 new repins of that one from coaches. So I know people are reading it. I know people need the advice. So I'm going to get to it now. I'm going to do a screen share. Let's see here. 1 second. Okay, Deidre, when I do this screen share, I'm going to put it into full screen. If you can't see me or you can't see my slides, like, I'm going to put it in present. Deidre, unmute yourself if you can't see it and tell me. If I don't hear from you, I'm going to assume you're good. Okay.
You're good.
Okay, great. Thank you. So I can't see you guys. So if you're leaving chat stuff, I won't see it yet, because all I can see is my screen. So this, what you're looking at right here, this is a picture of the beginning. This is my first post, literally my first post, and one of them at least, and it's terrible. It's a very common post for Beachbody coaches. When you're a new coach, all of a sudden you think you're the new poster child for Shakeology. I can spy a brand new coach a mile away because they're posing with a Shakeology bottle, or this is the worst, they're kissing a Shakeology bottle, okay? You are not Beachbody, okay? You don't need to be advertising a walking billboard for Shakeology, okay? But I did it. I was there. So the things that I'm going to tell you about tonight, the things that I'm kind of, I don't want to say criticizing, but critiquing, I want you to know that I did them. Deidre did them. We all did them. So don't sit here and think, oh my goodness, if she would see my wall, I'd be in trouble, because I'm doing all of these things. What I want you to do is I want you to take it all in tonight, and I want you to set yourself apart from the other brand new coaches, and I want you to stop doing these things. So today I took a little trip down memory lane, and I decided to look at some of my posts and some of the things that I was posting about. And I'll tell you, I was a train wreck. I was, okay? So I'll show you. This is my first blog post. It's really exciting, isn't it? There's no pictures, nothing. There's no transformation. It's just a boring ass paragraph. I talk about the program, and I end it with in the worst way. Check out my website if you want to get in on the challenge. It'll be starting mid-April. I don't even give a date. I just say mid-April. Get your order in now. Come on. And then I wrote, bikini season is coming for you. A healthier you is just 21 days away. I sound like an infomercial. And I did the absolute worst thing. I put the link to my website. Guys, don't ever do this. This is a relationship building business. We don't just shoot our website out for anybody to click on, because what can happen? What if they click on that and they had another coach before? Maybe they had a free account. They click on that link, they want to work with you, they buy their challenge pack, and you never even know they bought a challenge pack because it goes under the other coach. That can totally happen. So don't just leave this link floating all around. So I would say that is a horrible blog post, but it's how we all start. That's how I started. Here's more evidence of the train wreck. So I went back and I looked at some of my pictures, and I was the collage queen. I hate collages. I used to do them all the time. I thought every photo had to be a collage, and I thought that the workout pictures had to actually be while you were doing the workout. Guys, those who are taking really great workout photos are not in action. I thought you had to be an actor. Look at these terrible P90X ones on the left. I look like I'm like, I don't know. I don't look like I'm going to the bathroom or something. Like, they're just embarrassing photos. I look back and I'm like, what was I thinking? No wonder I got 8 likes on that collage. And this, like, I was just like I said, I was the queen of collages. I was just like, I don't know, look at that one in my living room on the stability ball. What the hell am I doing? Like, they're just terrible. But granted, I will say this too. 2 years ago when I started, that was common. Everybody was making collages. Everybody was writing on their text. That has since changed. The norm now is to have your photos be scroll stopping, meaning that that picture has to be so perfect. And yes, a lot of my pictures are staged. You know, they have good lighting. Not that it didn't work out. Like, it's not like I put my shorts on and I just took pictures. That's not it. I'm working out. I'm doing the behaviors. But a lot of these images are not captured. Like, that's not really me doing yoga. So is it, I don't know what the word is. It's not like it's inauthentic, because it is happening. But here's the deal. I've learned that in order to set yourself apart from all the other coaches, you have to have phenomenal content and you have to have phenomenal pictures. So if that means that you edit the lighting and you sit a certain way and you get inspiration from Pinterest, then you do it, because you want to be that person who people say, I want to get on Facebook just to see their posts, as well as the pictures. The picture has to first stop them in their scroll. But the content has to be good too. You can't just be posting up, hey, I did my 21-day fixed workout with Autumn. Like, nobody cares. Give them something motivational. Give them something inspiring. So that is, these are some of my pictures more recently. If you look too, like if you go back and you look, some of my likes are growing too. Like, that P90X workout where I looked like an idiot, I had 8 likes. Whereas this picture of my son and I had 87. And then there'll be comments too. So not all of them are killer amounts of likes. I get a lot more likes on Instagram. I have more followers on that platform. But moral of the story is my images have gotten better with time, as has my content. So another thing I want you to work on doing is engaging with your followers. I want you to realize that you are more than Beachbody. Just because you signed up to be a coach doesn't mean you need to advertise 24/7 for the Beachbody brand. Beachbody invests a lot of money in marketing. They don't need you to be their billboard, okay? Yes, I share my Beachbody workouts. Yes, I share Shakeology. I share my healthy foods. I do not sell. You will very, very, very rarely see me doing a post about a sale, a price of a program. It is very rare that I put those things up there. I don't sell. I share my life on social media. I want you guys to get in the habit of doing the same thing. You want to create almost groupies, meaning that people who care about your lifestyle. And how do you figure out who are these people? Who are they going to care? When you're in Coach Basics, your coach will have you dream up who your dream coach is or who your dream client is. And the reality is that person is actually you. So you figure out who you are. What do you love? I love personal development. I love girly things. I love glitter. I love expensive things. I love my son. I love spending time with my husband. I love marriage. Like, there are things that I really love, that I value, that I know if I talk about it enough, my followers will talk about it and they will follow me because of that. So I have people who just follow me for my lifestyle because they have similar lifestyles or similar interests. So if you can get good at that, not just selling your workouts and your Shakeology, but selling your whole life, sharing your whole life, that's how you create a true following, and that's how you create respect in this business. I've had so many people actually from other MLMs message me and say, I actually follow you for inspiration on how to do MLMs correctly, because I don't feel dirty when I look at your page. Like, I don't want people to go to your website or your Beachbody or your Facebook page and say, like, she's a dirty Shako rep. Like, because there are definitely coaches out there who I look at their stuff, I'm like, that's dirty. Like, you're just trying to sell. I can tell you're trying to sell, and I want to run for the hills when I see your stuff. So these are some of the pictures that I have posted. These are not Beachbody pictures at all. These are just me sharing my life. This isn't something you will never see on my wall, but you used to. when I was brand new, I did put things like just announced, T25 is on sale, Body Beast is on sale. No one wants to see this at all. Yesterday, for the first time in many, many months, I said in a post last night that the 21-day Fix and Fix Extreme were on sale this month. I didn't say how much. I didn't tell them to use my link to buy it. I just said, message me for more details. I put it with a like a advertising kind of picture where I was advertising for a challenge group, but it was me. It wasn't this. I'm never going to put this up there ever. Okay. Same with prices. I see a lot of new coaches post like, you can buy the 21-day Fix for $140. Here's my link. Get it while you can. Like, oh! I almost want to call, like I literally, sometimes I do. If I see a coach and they're putting their link on there, I will say to them, hey, I'm just going to give you some business advice. Take that off. Okay. So don't do this. If you're doing it, get rid of it. So I also want you to get good at telling your story and your real story. You need to be authentic on social media. I hate that everybody only shares their highlight reel. I think it's amazing when a coach can share the true hardships that they're going through in life and what they've been through. And that in itself will attract you your true target market. These two photos on the right-hand side that you're looking at, these are two photos from some of the hardest weeks of my life. My husband and I had a miscarriage this past spring. I guess April 20th and April 25th, I had my D&C. And I shared that, and it was so hard to share, and it was so raw, but that's where I was. And because of being able to share that, you know, I've had so many people who have reached out to me, who I've formed relationships with, and that's what this business is about. It's about forming relationships, showing the good, showing the bad, showing the ugly, showing your imperfections, because perfection is not cool. You know, no one likes it. Yes, you're a Beachbody coach, but yes, you have ice cream sometimes. You might have pizza every once in a while. Don't feel like you can't share that and you can't be authentic. I remember when I first started coaching, I would go places. Like I'd go to dinner and people were like, oh, can you eat that? Like, come on. You don't want people to question if you can eat that just because you're a Beachbody coach. Like, you're a human. We have cheats. So make sure you're creating that stage that you're real. You're not this fake person who works out constantly and only eats well and just doesn't have any shit. You know, everybody has shit. So learn to share it and to share it authentically, and you'll build your tribe a lot faster. I also think you should get good at telling people how Beachbody is helping you, not just the little stuff, you know, not just the big stuff, like not just I've lost 50 pounds, like that's huge, but what else has happened? Has your confidence changed? Are you happier? Do you have less anxiety? Like, share everything. And also talk about why you're doing it. Like, if your family needs this, if your true why is a financial reason, yes, I know you want to help people, but if truly you're signed up because you want to make a life out of this, share it. There's other people watching you who need it. You know, there's people who need this coaching opportunity. Don't be afraid to offer it to them. And don't be afraid to be proud of what it's doing for you because of your hard work. So get used to sharing that, sharing your why. It really builds credibility. I also want you to offer value. I need you to teach them stuff. Don't, like, if you haven't read the book Jab, 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 Right Hook or Ask Gary Vee, they're both written by Gary Vaynerchuk. He's the keynote speaker at Summit, one of the keynote speakers at Summit this summer. But he teaches you a lot about social media. And one of the things that he talks about is how you can't be constantly right hooking, meaning join my challenge group, join my team, buy this, buy that. Like, you have to jab. And jabbing is where you show them that you're credible and that you're worthy and that you're giving things away. You know, you're giving knowledge away. You guys take for granted what you've learned along the way with your health transformation and your fitness transformation. You have learned stuff that people don't know yet. Just teaching them simple things like, you know, that sea salt is better for you than regular salt, or Himalayan salt. Just little stupid stuff that, like, I know that now. I've used Himalayan salt for 2 years, but like the average Joe thinks table salt's fine. Like, teach them that stuff. Also, you need to have product exposure. It takes 7 to 10 times, at least that's what marketing research says. It takes 7 to 10 times for people to be exposed to a particular product before they're listening. So you might talk about Shakeology 6 times, but that 7th time when you talk about it, then they're finally like, maybe I need that. What is she talking about? Her hair is so thick. Is it because of Shakeology? Like, I want that. But just build your credibility by teaching. One thing that I feel like is one of my strengths is that I was a business teacher for 6 years. And so for me, I think I do a good job of promoting that I'm a business teacher turned coach. Why on earth would you not want to choose a business teacher to teach you how to run a multi-level marketing business? I used to teach social media. I used to teach marketing. What are you thinking? Like, why would you pick anybody else? And when I have that kind of confidence, it shows in my posts. So I make them feel like, wow, if I want someone to train me, I want her because she knows what she's talking about. So I just want you to create some kind of credibility. I know you're not all business teachers. I know you're not all nutritionists, but whatever your niche is, get good at showing people like, hey, this is what I know. Here's why I'm good at this. If you're wondering why that silly picture of my son is up there, it's because last night I made a post about helping getting your kids to eat and how Carter thought he was eating pasta, but he was really eating zucchini and rice noodles. So I'm not selling right there. I'm just jabbing. That's all I'm doing is jabbing. I'm jabbing about basically a challenge group in essence, and not upfront. So think about what you're posting. How does it sound? How does it look? Are your pictures eye-catching? Is your content good? But I also don't want you to become a perfectionist that you freeze. Like, there are people out there who they spend so much time worrying about what their post says, they forget to post it. And it takes them way too long. Like, deliver content, deliver good content, and just, get good at it, but do it often and do it well. Don't paralyze yourself with, is it perfect? It's not going to be perfect. Just get it out there. I want you to treat this business like an internship. I saw a lot of you said you've been a coach for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. That's really awesome. And I have something to tell you. In the next year, you're probably going to want to quit. Why? Because it's hard. This business is hard. If anybody told you it was easy, they lied to you. They totally lied to you. It's not easy. There are days when I sit down and I say, what was I thinking? Really? I have to share my whole life on social media. This is hard. There's nights when I don't feel like working, but I do it anyways. But Michael Gowan said this, and he said it whenever I first started coaching. I remember him being on one of Deidre's calls saying, you just got to be here in a year. He said it in his sweet Southern accent, and he said it over and over and over again. And I just remember it, and I still, in my head, almost probably daily, I say Michael's line of be here in a year. And that's what got me through year one. And after year one, I hadn't replaced my full-time income. I wasn't where I wanted to be in regards to rank. I look at the goals I set for myself in year one, and I wasn't anywhere near them. But you know what? I loved the community. I loved my team. I loved where I was going. And so that's what kept me in year two. And that's what's keeping me in year three. And to be honest with you, I never want to go anywhere. I love this. But the only reason I love it is because I've invested in it. I've invested my time. I've invested my knowledge. I've done a lot to learn. So I treated it like an internship, and I was a sponge. I got on every call. Like on a typical day, to this day, I probably listen to 4 different calls a day. I'm a YouTube junkie. I'm always listening to calls from top coaches, and not even top coaches, but just coaches. I think it's great to learn from people outside of your own downline. So those are things that I do. But I study. If you guys think about whatever degree it was that you pursued in college, you studied your ass off for like 4 years to get it, maybe 6, maybe 8. You studied. I didn't become a business teacher by just somebody handing me a diploma. I got it because I studied business. So if you're new to network marketing, you need to study. You need to buy books that are going to teach you about what your weaknesses are. Maybe you know nothing about social media. So what? So get a book and study what you're not good at. You can't be good if you don't study. It's like taking a test. If you didn't study for the test, you're going to fail. If you don't study to be successful at network marketing, you're going to fail. So you need to invest in personal development. I need you to get some thick skin, and I mean really thick skin, because there is going to be doubters. There will be people who will offend you. It may be family, it may be friends. They will say, "You're seriously going to post your whole life on social media? That's stupid." Or, I can't believe you'd post your son as much as you do. Or, you know, how much of an invasion of his privacy is that? Or how could you share such intimate moments of your life? You know why? Because for every person who doubts you or who questions you, you're going to have 10 to 20 people who say, oh my gosh, you inspire me. You're the reason why I lost 50 pounds. You're the reason why I get to quit my job. You're the reason why my family can afford groceries now, okay? There's going to be people along your journey who you help, and those people are more important than the doubters. Those doubters are only doubting you because they're not comfortable in their own skin. They're not happy with their life, and they're miserable, okay? These are the people who don't want to be at their job anymore. And when they see that you've got this new side job and you're super happy and you're positive and you've lost weight and you have all these cool new friends, they're going to be like, they're going to be jealous. Okay, they really are. So anyways, I want you to believe in you. I want you to bet on you. I want you to say, without a shadow of a doubt, I will be successful in this business. I will hit whatever your goal is. You know, maybe it's to replace your full-time income. Maybe it's whatever. Like, everyone has different goals. But believe that no matter what, you'll achieve them. It may take you longer than you had anticipated, which was the case for me. But I didn't give up on me. So I believed in myself, and I bet on me, and I'm willing to bet any day on myself because I know I have the work ethic, I have the talent, and I just have it in me to do this. So when you can get that in your heart, the other stuff gets easy. So personal development obviously will help you with this. Like I said, I listen to a lot of calls. I listen to a lot of personal development, and I read a hell of a lot of books. But I work really hard, like really, really, really hard. And when I don't work really hard, it shows in my efforts. So if you can put your head down and you can decide that for 2 or 3 years, you're just going to hustle. You're going to hustle so hard. You're going to have a life like others could only dream of. I was on track to be, so this is a cute little picture, I think. I was on track to be one of these boring people standing at the bar. So they have a picture of the doctor, the architect, the dentist, the lawyer. Not that the doctor, the architect, the dentist, or the lawyer aren't fun, okay? I was going to be the principal, right? So I just finished my experience as the dean of students this year. So I was basically the 12th grade principal. What I should be doing right now in these coming weeks is interviewing for a position as a principal in my high school. There's an opening, right? It's exciting. It's from the outside looking in, it's a very successful job, but I'll tell you, it's not a fun job. So I decided it wasn't for me. I decided to be the girl hanging upside down on that bar. And I can't tell you the happiness that I have because of my choice. It's so freeing. Everybody around me says, you just seem so happy. I'm so envious that you found something that you love. So don't be afraid to hang upside down from the bar. Don't be afraid to stand out, to be different. Just be fearless, okay? So that's my advice to you. And that's all that I have. What I want to do now is I am happy to answer any questions that you might have. It doesn't have to be about this particular call. It can just be, just anything. So I'm happy to chat. Erin, I love it. My new favorite line is hustle till your doubters ask if you're hiring. That's awesome. Yeah, good. Okay. How many of you, so if you're not going to talk, this is like teaching where everybody stares at you. Yeah, I love it too. Okay, so I do want to ask, how many of you are doing some of the things I talked about? Can you own it? If you can, tell us what you're owning. What are you doing that you shouldn't be? Oh, come on.
Come on, guys. Fess up. We all did it.
We all did it.
I just posted a picture of myself with my shake yesterday. I was like, hey.
It's like, Allison, don't feel like you can't share. Like, we all have, we kind of have to. But, right. I encouraged my team. I told them, I'm like, okay, let's be different. We're not just always going to have our plastic Shaco cups. So, we go all out with our drinks. We put sprinkles on them, coconut shavings. We make them look better than everybody else's. So, I would encourage you to do that. Yes, every once in a while we've got that damn shaker cup, but, not every day. Okay.
Yeah.
No, Allie, we still do that here and there. For instance, there's a lot of coaches that don't have time to eat breakfast and they're rushing to work and they'll have their shake and it's, they're talking about the convenience of it. If you're adding value to it, there's a difference. And if you make the picture cute instead of just smiling and saying cheese or you're kissing it, I used to kiss my Shakeology.
I mean, I did like a double picture, so I did like, and like a smile.
But if you're adding value, like that's acceptable, but
Yes.
just don't do that all the time.
Yeah, I mean, what I did with it was I just said like, I just finished my first month of my shakes.
Yeah.
So I was like, anyone who wants info, like I said, anyone who wants to know what I think, I'll give you the real. Like my whole thing is like being completely like straightforward. So I had like 4 people say that they want to talk to me about it. So, I mean, the kiss worked that time.
And it will. Like, I don't want you guys to get off the call and be like, oh my God, I can never talk about Shakeology now. Like, you have to talk about it in order for you to be able to, you know, make it seem valuable. But you just want to get away from that sleazy, like, here's my vanilla Shakeology. It's $140. Or, like, you need this. Like, no.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So we've all made that mistake. What else? Somebody said they were making collages. Where's that at? Collage. Nicole said that. Okay, so there's not, like, it's not bad to make them. It's just I feel like the top coaches don't anymore. And I feel like those coaches who stand out, like, they stand out because their photos are fabulous. Like, they're eye-catching. The lighting is great. The filters are great. Like, I don't know. That's just me. So
when it comes to the collages, because Sarah, I wrote something down too. People used to do the collages all the time 2 years ago. Like that was huge. But we have come to realize they're too busy. When they're busy, people scroll right past them. It looks more of a billboard for trying to sell something.
yeah.
So
Like, stop even writing. Like, I don't even write a lot on mine.
Nope.
What else? Somebody asked a question. I have a question about showing my workouts. Okay. What do you mean, Lori? Like showing like how you're working out?
Do a thing with showing my workouts when I do them, like I do a short video, because I get a lot of people that say, I mean, they're not buying from me or signing up, but they say I motivate them. So I'm afraid to stop because I don't want to think that I'm stopping.
And don't stop doing you. You know, like everybody on this call today has a really unique way of being a coach. Like, I don't want you to be the next Sarah Griffith. Like, you know, just really like do you, but like just tweak you. Like, make sure that everything you're doing is just really like above everybody else, you know, like, because there's so many of us, guys, there are, and you have a lot of competition. So the only way to stand out from the competition is to work on, you know, just like, what can I do to up my game? Okay, let's see. Do you use a tripod? No, I don't. I use water bottles. I use couches, whatever can stand up my phone. I have a Lumi light. I do have, a lot of you have this. I'm actually going to turn my computer. I have this giant photography light. I got it on Amazon for like $30. So you guys should get one. I like to turn it on when I'm doing calls so that it's brighter. But I use it for my pictures. The tripods are great though, if you need help with that. I also have a husband who takes some of my pictures. Okay, what else? Shaco cups work. Yeah, I take videos and then screenshot the picture. Yep. Editing programs. I think the Dream Team call, they talked about this Monday night. Like, if you guys haven't watched the Dream Team call from Monday, watch it. Reagan does a lot of, she gives you a lot of tips on how to make your pictures better, and some apps. I do use a lot of the apps that she was talking about. I use Snapseed a lot, but I also use, probably my favorite one is Ashley Laughlin told me about it. It's just called Photo Editor. And it allows you to like make your food look like it just popped. Like, it's just really awesome. Definitely get that app. It's one of my favorites. Okay. Yeah, her call was amazing.
Hey, Laura asked, she said she struggles with what to post about.
Okay, so here's my advice. Every day, start your day with personal development. During your workout, during your shower, whatever, and that personal development 90% of the time is going to be what you probably talk about, because it's just going to light you up and motivate you. And if you can just pull like a tiny bit from it, you know, maybe it's from your book, maybe it's from the podcast. I will show you a little secret that I have. It's not really a secret, but I have on Pinterest, you're all going to be my new Pinterest friends. I have a board for myself, and I made this for 2 reasons. So the board is to, number one, get me more followers on Pinterest. Can you guys see my screen? Yeah. Okay, so I have a board that I have businesswomen quotes, and that's what I call it. And on it, I have a lot of quotes that like amp me up. Like when I'm feeling down, I'm like, I'm getting on this board. But I pin to it all the time. And a ton of these quotes are quotes that you will see in my posts. So get good at that. Just get on Pinterest for inspiration, find some great quotes, and then just use them. Use them whenever you're doing your posts. Okay. Let's see. Anything else? Oh.
And just to add to that, because you did show the Pinterest board with your quotes that you love. So like I do that too, but guys, if you're going to use a post like that, or you really like a quote, use yourself, and then don't put the quote all the time in the picture, but put the quote or whatever you want to talk about from that in your actual post. That always helps a lot too.
Yes. And that was something that I did. I should have brought that up too. As a brand new coach, like I remember it was in the summer. So I started in March. So in June, I literally thought that every day I needed to post a quote from Pinterest. And that was like an obsession. Like every morning I had to get a quote from Pinterest, and I would share the original one. Like Deidre said, don't do that. Like if you're going to use a quote, put it on your picture or just in your content. Don't share that crap from Pinterest. I tell my coaches that all the time. Like I look at their wall and I'm like, if I see that, I tell them, I'm like, no. Same with on your wall. If people are posting, I hate to say shit, but if people are posting shit on your wall, hide it, okay? Like whether they're posting memes or tractors or whatever, just like hide it. And if they ask you why you're hiding this stuff on your wall, it's because your wall is your business front. It's your storefront. You don't want other people posting just random stuff on there. Okay, books. Deidre is giving you some. She said, Girl Code was my last book, Energy Bus. Yeah, and here's what I'm going to tell you about personal development. What Deidre thinks is great, you may not think is great. And it depends on what you need. So if you're lacking confidence, then read those books. If you're lacking, social media skills, go for it. But we can give you suggestions, and a lot of us all read the exact same books because one suggests it and then hundreds of us go read it, but it doesn't always light you up. Like everybody's jazzed about the Energy Bus right now. And I read the Energy Bus last year and I hated it. Like I was like, I'm good. I got it. Like I get it. But it wasn't something that I was lacking in. Same with You Are a Badass. Everybody loves that book. I hate that book. So it depends on what you need. Like I love Girl Code. That's one of my favorite ones. But my absolute favorite book right now, where did it go? Is the new one. There it is. Okay, let me show it to you. This book was written by the author of, she's a CEO for Stella and Dot. It's called Find Your Extraordinary, Dream Bigger, Live Happier, and Achieve Success on Your Own Terms. This, right now, aside from I Am That Girl, is my favorite book. So it's worth a read. It's designed towards people who are doing MLMs. Talks about your why, talks about getting thick skin, everything. It's great for us. Okay, that's a great question. Do you take lots of photos at a time? Yeah, I do. When I was teaching, I was doing that a lot on Sundays. I would take pictures of my foods, my waters, just stuff that would get me through the week. And I also have gotten now into the habit where I'm writing my post ahead of time too. And as much as some people might criticize me and say that's like so fake, that's what I had to do to get to here. In the summer when I can be home and think about my posts, great. But I do a lot of great work at 11 o'clock at night while I'm laying in bed. So that's when I write the next morning's post, so that when I get out of bed to go do my workout, because I really am doing them, it's yesterday's picture with last night's content. So all I have to do is worrying about working out and not worrying about how I'm standing for my selfie. Okay, so do what you have to. How many other coaches do that? Like, I want to make sure am I the only one doing that? Deidre says she does it. Some of our veteran coaches, are you guys doing that? Are you stockpiling? Yeah, okay. Yep, a lot of you are saying yes. Good. Don't feel bad about it. Only feel bad about it if you're doing it and you're not being authentic. If you're just putting workout clothes on but you're not working out, then you should feel bad about it. Feel guilty, okay? You need to do those workouts. But if you're going to truly do it, own it, like whatever. And sometimes people will ask me, like, is that really, like, do you really take all that today? And sometimes I will say, no, it's yesterday's workout. I think honesty is important. Okay. Good. All right. I'm going to mute myself then.
Girl, that was awesome. I learned a lot. I took some notes, and I think this call was just perfect for everybody. I think everyone could benefit from that. Everyone started, a lot of people, I shouldn't say everyone, but most coaches, even top coaches, started exactly where Sarah did too, with those crazy funny posts that you feel like you have to be in the air and making funny faces to do it. I love that one, but it made me chuckle because I actually just did this same exact call for another team yesterday, and Allie was on it. It was like pretty much the same exact one. I showed my very first post, and they were exactly like that. I'm sorry you learned that from me. But it's a learning process, and that's what's great about it. Like, don't feel that you're not going to be successful or you suck because you're doing these posts. No, it's called you're gaining experience, and the more you do this and the more you're willing to be teachable, the better you're going to get at it. So thank you very much. And I love that you said treating your business like an internship. Guys, if you stop doing training, stop getting on calls, stop doing calls, that's when your business is going to stop growing. So you have to be willing to be teachable and to continue learning and gaining that extra knowledge with your business, because there's always going to be something that you can learn from to teach your team. So if you stop learning, your team is going to stop learning. Does anybody have any other questions? Sarah, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I think it would be so cool if, like, the veteran Forever Fit coaches, if you guys could, in Forever Fit, like, put your, like, you know, first post versus like now, to show people like this is where you start, this is where you're going, just so that our new coaches feel like, wow, she really sucked too, and look, she's figured it out, so surely I can.
I love that. Yeah, let's totally do that. Can we make an album? That would be, I like that. So we can do like a before and after.
We'll call it Trainwreck.
Let's do it. All right, so that's on my list here. We'll do that after. But yeah, it's crazy how much you change with your business, and even like that's why you want to keep learning, because if we wouldn't, like, we would still be doing those same collages and writing all over it and keeping it busy where people were just going to keep scrolling past it. So I love it. That was awesome, and I even learned from it. So hopefully you guys did too. Actually, I have some not so great ones. Yeah, it's all right. You're doing good now. That's all that matters. All right, guys. Thank you so much for getting on. Sarah, thank you, thank you, thank you. We all appreciate it very, very much. And I will be posting this recording so we can share it with our teams. All right, guys. Thank you, and I hope you have a good night. And if you have questions after this, just post in the team page, and Sarah or myself or anyone will answer it for you. All right, guys. Good night.